Happy Monday and welcome back to the vlogs. As you can see, I'm in my car wrapped up because it's cold. Not in the car, but it's just cold winter day. So what have I done so far? Obviously got ready for the day. I had a meeting with my manager quite early. It is 20 to 10, so I had a meeting about just after 8. Then I had to travel. My appointment is at 10 o'clock. Like I said, I like to be early, so I'm on time. I need to walk down there. But today is a physio OT appointment about my shoulder, which to my health condition is in relation to my shoulder. I had a shoulder injury, a workplace injury about 4.5 years ago now. And from it, it's transpired that I now have chronic pain syndrome, which isn't great. It's really uncomfortable. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, not even my worst enemy. I don't even think I have a worst enemy, but you know the phrase, do you know what I mean? Essentially, it's just here to help me like manage it, see how my day-to-day is going, give me exercises to kind of push through the pain and keep the shoulder functional, because I've also had 2 frozen shoulders because of how much pain I've been in. This year's been quite rough. This year, health-wise, you know, up until now, they told me the injury is going to get better. And now they're saying, like, this is me classified as a disability, which I'm giving you, like, a synopsis because I'm going to go into my appointment. And then I guess maybe later on I'll explain like what chronic pain is and exactly what happened to my shoulder and just my journey. One thing is that I wish that even if I wasn't like vlogging for YouTube, is that I wish that I had documented my journey a bit more. Like I have and I haven't, and it's been hard. Like obviously I'm quite positive right now, but like it's hard. I'm not gonna pretend that it isn't, and it's challenging. And it's difficult, and it can be quite crippling, like trying to overtake your day. Like even this morning I had to take pain relief, had to put so these, if you ever see me wearing these are lidocaine patches. They're supposed to like numb the pain to the area, so I put them around my shoulder. Oh, I didn't even mention my shoulder's always exposed. This I have hypersensitivity, like my nervous system is just hyper alert, and pain is quite a complex thing. And with my career background, I find it quite interesting. Not interesting that I have it and that's how I'm learning about it, but it's an interesting growing topic that some stuff is known, but like somebody else that has chronic pain syndrome may have different symptoms to me. And it can be quite isolating because people just don't get it. Like, people just don't get that my pain doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. Like, imagine when you hurt yourself and then that pain continuing and continuing and continuing and continuing. Anyways, I'm going on a bit of a tangent. Oh my gosh, and my face is dry. This weather is dried out my face. And, oh gosh. Anyway, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film in the hospital or my appointment. I'm getting used to this like vlogging out lifestyle, but yeah, physio, here we come. Okay, so it is now 11:13, like almost 11:15. I've just finished my physio appointment, physio and OT, and shout out to you guys if you're watching, because I love my appointments with my team. They are always so encouraging, and they let me know like what I'm managing, how I'm managing my pain well, and they always like give me ways in which I can manage my lifestyle in a way that suits my needs a bit more. And I think it's just always just really good to speak to people that just get it. Like I said earlier, it's a little bit isolating and people just don't always get it, or the fact that like what constant pain means. I'm looking forward to my next appointment, which is just going to be physio, which is because we're going to be working on some movements that I've not tried in a while, which excites me. I'm probably going to film a bit later like what they said to like hold myself accountable, what I need to be doing until the next time like I'm seen. And we discussed like how to kind of work through my increased pain to like kind of, even if I do go into a flare up, how to best manage it. And I think I was also feeling guilty about going into my sling. I think I mentioned in my previous video that I had a whole party of when I was out of my sling, and I feel like I'm going backwards, but actually my physio was saying don't be reactive, it's okay to be proactive and wear it if it's gonna like alleviate how bad the pain is, to allow me to do things. So that's good. Haven't had anything to eat, so I'm hungry. Got our juice. Here's what I made earlier as in yesterday. I was gonna go into the office. Well, I thought I needed to go into like work, but I've been told that I can work from home for the rest of the day, which is good. So I'm about to head back on home. Back home, it's 12:10. I stopped to get my mum something to eat. She's recovering from operation, so doing the outfit of the day before I get comfy. This is what I was going to wear to work. Pain patches, like you've seen, got them in 3 angles, similar to Saturday's outfit. This is the same cardigan in green. My mum got it for me from H&M. Jeans, look at the booty. And these jeans, like, they're a bit big. Does that mean I've lost weight? I hope so. Anyway, jeans are from Rhode Island. And then top is, again, body. I have a number of these bodies, but it's just another body. And because it's cold, I've actually got some leggings from Tesco's underneath. And I had my Doc Martens on. So I try to have like interchangeable clothes between work and social life, being smart and sustainable. Anyway, I am going to boot up my laptop and set up working from home. So it's like several hours later. I think the last time I pressed record it was like 12, and it's like 5 to 10 at night. As you can see, background is different. So this is my room. It's a loft room, as you can see, like with the slope, and I've tried to give like ambiance of my lighting behind my TV. This is just like a sneak peek of my room. It's actually been rearranged, not that you guys would know, you've not seen it, but I think it works more just with like space wise in the room. But and maybe I will capture this. I want to like declutter and like zen my space for the new year, so at some point I need to come back and spend more time here to get prepped to do that. Well, not prepped, but actually carry that out before the new year. Right now my pain is about an 8, so I'm gonna just like chill for a bit before I head back to my mum's. I think that's what I was gonna talk about, like, is my shoulder. Okay, so like just summary, because it's quite a lengthy story, and maybe at a later date I'll go into more detail. But essentially I had an injury 4 years ago which left me with like long-term damage, and I think it's with chronic pain, my experience anyway, it wasn't like a straightforward diagnosis, or it isn't a straightforward diagnosis. They don't exactly know what happened to my shoulder. We know some of the damage, we don't know the full extent at the time of the impact, or what's happened or what's transpired. All we just know is like the symptoms I have now, and how it impacts my day-to-day. Hence why I have like physio, OT, I'm under a pain consultant, and I have a pain specialist nurse and a pain team. I see my GP regularly. I'm on a lot of medications, loads of different kind of therapies. I've had a psychologist, well, I've had like psychology sessions. I've engaged with counselling as well, because it's a lot to deal with like mentally. And I would recommend that even if you don't have like an injury, to just have some counselling or like a life coach to get some perspective and to help you if you're healing from trauma, or understand, like for me it's like post-traumatic stress disorder from like my injury. And again, that was like, I'm not really one for labels, but it does help, not the label, but it does help to understand the journey that you're on when people break it down for you, or help you look at it outside of your bubble. So I guess that's kind of like the synopsis. I have a shoulder injury which has left me with chronic pain syndrome, a hypersensitivity, and this is what I kind of deal with. And that's why you probably hear me talk about pain. And sometimes, like when I edited, I think 2 videos back, like I proper noticed my energy and I was like, oh, I don't want to post it, but like being authentic, you know, this is me. I can start the day energetic, I can then be in a lot of pain, or I can be in a lot of pain and then not so much. Like there isn't like an on-off button, like it's constant, it's just fluctuates in the severity. And I was explaining today, like for me the severity is never like a little bit bad or a little bit good. It's always like really, really bad, or like manageable, bad, manageable, mad, bad, mad, what, bad, and then manageable. So today, like I had some things put in place to like help me with my everyday, and you know, people have to change. Like I see an osteopath, one of the most painful but good experiences that I have. And she's been away for ages, so where all the muscles surrounding my shoulder have been like spasming, I haven't been able to have them released because she's been away. And I mean, again, I could, but it's getting somebody that knows you, knows what you can tolerate. It's quite difficult to trust somebody like that, and for somebody to understand the complexity of it. And also, osteopath is not cheap. I used to have like a PT, but essentially like she's no longer PTing because of the economy, and she was I was using her to like help me with in the gym, to maybe lift things that I couldn't lift, or like encourage me to do my physio. And so essentially I have mechanical physio movements to do, but they've also told me like to get a bit more of a natural movement, with a background of being like a dancer or like in music and all of this kind of stuff. So I say all of this to say that basically at physio and OT, they were basically trying to say to me, although my kind of like foundations have cracks in it of like my support of what helps me get through these times, and although I'm having a flare up, how can I manage and push through, and what's the best things to kind of do. And so instantly as my pain goes up, I want to stop doing things. Like I don't want to go to work, I don't want to go to the gym, like I stop sleeping. I don't sleep that well anyway, but I stop sleeping even more. And so they're saying, how do I continue so that, you know, maybe there's a distraction, or maybe it breaks up the monotony of thinking about pain. So they've challenged me to get back into like a routine. Well, go to like the gym twice, or like try dancing once a week. Like it could be TikTok dance, or it could be like exercises at home. But essentially they're saying like continue to like move, especially in this weather, so that things don't get stiff. Not that they're going to get stiff, but also for like your mindset, and to well, for me and my personality, this works. I'm not trying to say this will work for everybody. And I don't know, it was really good because you just get to speak to people that get it, that, like with their own experience. They've seen loads of different people, they've gone on courses about this, they've seen me through like my journey. I've known my physio and my OT for like 2.5 years now, so that's like a really good rapport that we've built up. So they're recommending things based on my personality, based on what's worked previously in the past, based on trying to, for me, once I start to go in a downward spiral of pain, it's really hard to break. And so like there's certain triggers and factors that I'm knowing that things are not great for me pain wise, that they're trying to say like, okay, how can you stop going down the spiral? So I hope that's giving you a little bit of insight into my health. I hope, like, you know, if somebody has an ailment, it doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but if like you get frustrated by pain and not being able to do everything that you want to do in the way that you was, or the ease that it was, I would say like try not to let it hold you back. And this is motivation to myself as well, like try not to let it hold you back. You know, if you can't do 100%, is doing 50, 40, 30% better than none? Do you have a support system? So like they were mentioning to me, like I like to do things with people, and it may not be like my friends. Like I went to dance and I met, you know, I made a really good friend with one of my teachers, and she understands my injury, and she pushes me, like she'll encourage me, and she's like really welcoming. She's like, even if you can't dance, come and chill, be in the environment, be in that space. So you never know who could be your support or your ally in helping you and just give you a new insight and a new hope. And I hope, like me talking about the fact that I'm always in pain, and yet, you know, I'm still trying to hold down a full-time job. That ain't easy. I'm still trying to like have hobbies. I'm still trying to pursue avenues like YouTube, and not just YouTube, just other things in general, like learning Spanish. That's another random thing that I'm doing, but I'm just hoping that it's motivational, that, you know, there's always going to be an obstacle. So even if it's not a pain obstacle, it could be something else, and it's like, don't let that hold you back or keep you in a certain box. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Like that literally came to my mind just now. And I saw, I'm rambling now, but I'll finish on this. I saw a quote and it was like, even if nobody sees your art, still create it. And I think that's the same thing. Even if, you know, you're not maybe reaching the perfection level that you're going for, or the finished product that you're going for, isn't like being on the journey better than not doing it at all? Something to think about. Anyway, I've done enough ranting at the camera. I am going to stop filming now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this has been informative or interesting or motivating, at least in a little way. I hope you guys have a good evening, and thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Please share, and yeah, have a good day. Bye.